All right, let's dive right into some GunSpectre here. I've played just a little bit of this one here, but this is an awesome little top-down kind of Game Boy Color Zelda-inspired top-down twin-stick shooter, if that makes sense, or if it's not a mouthful. But I just really love the aesthetic of this one. It's only like $2 or $3. I scooped this up on Steam, not even on sale. That's just full price. It's also available on Nintendo Switch, which honestly I'm probably going to end up scooping it up on there as well because I'm just more likely to end up seeing the game through to the end on an actual console. But yeah, we got a short and sweet little cutscene here, and we'll just get right into the action. Short and sweet little tutorial. Like I said, I've only played a few minutes of this one myself, probably like 10 or 15. That save file didn't quite do it justice, but I love a top-down action game that has a jump button. Sometimes it's a little finicky, but this one in particular is, especially with just like the chunky pixel art visuals, there's not too much to be confused about in terms of like the spacing and the, you know, I guess distance you can cover with a jump, although, you know, maybe I'm speaking too soon in the early goings here, but yeah, you can also play with, like, you can use the face buttons to aim if you like, but it seems like the main kind of goal of the game here is this terminal. If we take a peek at it, there's going to be 6 slots that we can fill with, like, some kind of data crystals, I think, yeah. So we'll come back when we find them all. And yeah, the little bit I played of this game, here's the exit of the tutorial dungeon here. I found like another dungeon, and then that's about as far as I've made it. But as you can see here, yeah, this is just very Zelda-inspired and very kind of Game Boy Advance, or no, I'm sorry, not Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color maybe inspired. All right, got a med pack. Restores a quarter of your health. I guess I could have to use that. Like choose to use it. I was thinking maybe it was something that would just get used automatically. But there is a map if we pause the screen, so maybe there's like an inventory as well. Sound effects are just nice and crunchy and juicy. Yeah, we'll just kind of poke around and see what we can find here. As always, I'll keep the video kind of short and sweet here and spoiler free. But just love the music, love the, yeah, just super retro aesthetic. I really like these games that lean into this like Game Boy Color aesthetic. All right, we got a little helper drone for a little bit. Alright, so it seems like it's like a little temporary perk. Love that little effect of like the wind blowing around. It is, you know, as much as I'm calling it like a Game Boy Color inspired game, it very much is like kind of lacking in the color department, at least right now. This is just kind of like brown screens. Let's see, is this an entrance to anything? Nope. So we'll just keep exploring around. Okay, yeah, it's just a different little texture on the walls here. Let's go this way. Oh shit, okay, so we got some kind of little challenge area. Nothing too crazy on the combat, pretty straightforward action here. And I can't blow up the big boulders, at least not yet. No run button to the best of my knowledge, yeah, no double tap to run or anything like that. Gotta be pretty well lined up with these enemies to, let's see. Okay, so let's see. Oh, no, the med pack's gone. Damn it. So I'm guessing those are actually not items you can, like, pause and use. I'm thinking you just gotta, like, if you've lost some health, you can pick one up and recover a quarter health. Let's check our map here. Okay, I haven't gone this way yet, so we'll keep exploring. The overworld, or the surface, as they call it here. But yeah, just ridiculous that this game is only $2 or $3. I think it's $3 normal price, which is just nuts to me. That even though this is obviously a super simplistic, you know, looking situation here, like there's clearly a lot of love and care put into this game, and it almost makes me sad that someone's willing to sell that for just a few bucks. But obviously, I'm happy to scoop it up and check it out, and I'm way more likely to just say, hey, let me just take a chance on this, like even if it's a swing and a miss and I don't end up liking it. I'm happy to, you know, to support a solo indie developer. To the best of my knowledge, this one's a full-blown solo dev. Something tells me up there is going to be the entrance to a dungeon, and something tells me I should have taken that while I had the chance. Oh god. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, that was, oh, maybe not an entrance to a dungeon, but maybe inching our way there. Come on, drop another med pack. Alright, this looks like it's maybe the entrance to a dungeon. Maybe blow these up. Huh. Wonder why I can blow that one up and not the other one. Maybe we'll find out here shortly. Okay, because it looked a little more crumbly. I feel like the sound effects are pretty darn true to the actual NES era as well. Or, I'm sorry, the Game Boy era. But I guess the NES era as well. Both 8-bit systems. Obviously, the Game Boy a little bit more primitive, to say the least. Come on, give me some frickin' health. This is ridiculous. Alright, where am I at on this map? This is kind of a huge map. This is ridiculous as well. Got Navi here. See you later. I really would love to get some health. Okay, we got a dungeon here. Yes, okay. I don't believe I've seen this dungeon yet. The one that I found last on my other save file when I first was checking out this game was a red dungeon. So, don't know what different kind of twists and whatnot they're going to throw at us here, but we'll see how long I can survive here if they're not going to drop any more health items for me. Come on. Can't even, like, test my theory that it's just going to refill my health. Damn it. Game over. Man, that's a cool game over screen. All right, so let's save and continue. Hopefully it'll start me at the... Yeah, okay, perfect. And yeah, there's no... you know, no inventory anywhere. Okay, let's see if I can blow these up. Yeah. Give me some health. Now when I don't need it. Yeah, there... Oh, wait, is this a drone or is this health? Oh, what is this? Weapon pack. Firepower has been temporarily increased. Dang it, I thought it was going to be permanent. Alright, but we'll take it, though. Where were these enemies at? At the spread shot, essentially. Kind of like a wild spread shot a little bit. Okay, so I can't shoot these. These are just obstacles to dodge. These flames, on the other hand, different story. Alright, come on. This is ridiculous. There you go. Alright, so nothing here. Oh, no. What am I doing? Gotta be a little more patient here. Alright, I can't sneak through there yet. So we'll go up and around. Give me some health. Come on. We'll take the firepower upgrade, but I really... would love to have some health. Okay, I just want to see one drop at this point. Okay. So what opened up here? Just the main door. Same door. Alright, so nothing down there. I don't know how this dungeon map works. There were like two separate segments of it here. Okay, so I've already been there. Haven't really been using the jump to my advantage whatsoever. Alright, so these enemies just seem like they keep going on the path that they're... Like, they don't seem to really get aggroed by you or anything. Or come chase you down or anything like that. I guess I shouldn't say. There were definitely some that were speeding up and kind of following me at some point, but okay, there's a med pack. Okay, so my theory is correct. Finally get a chance to prove it. So that enemy, you gotta shoot him in the back. So there's like just little quirks to the different enemies here. But I really like, I feel like a lot of stuff that's retro inspired like this, and I wouldn't even necessarily complain about it normally. I mean, I like a good roguelike or roguelite, you know, arcade game or something like that, but I really like that this one decided to just go for like a full-blown campaign adventure situation. Definitely a fan so far. And just really love when a game just, again, it's not going for the exact true to Game Boy Color or Game Boy aesthetic, especially with like the super widescreen, almost like a letterboxed art style here. Or aspect ratio, I should say. Can't even talk during this video. I feel like I've like stumbled over my words quite a few times here. Alright, shield pack, invincible for a short while. Alright, got a little flashing situation. Perfect time to take advantage of that. Maybe I just gotta take this sucker out to Open that door, hopefully. Little mini boss. Little med pack. Oh, nope. Damn it. Okay, so how am I supposed to get through here? I feel like I've gone just about everywhere. Is there a room all the way to the right over here that I haven't gone to? Oh, no! Okay, where can I go? Nope. I've been down here. Let's try this way. Maybe I gotta blow this up? Nope. Give me a little more firepower, but doesn't. It's interesting how the map is helpful, but it doesn't really show you all the connecting doors and stuff. Okay, so I haven't gone up here yet. Oh shit. Yeah, like these seem like they get kind of like aggroed when you're on the same either horizontal or vertical plane as them, or line as them, or whatever. Like when they're lined up with you. Oh, come on. They kind of move a little bit erratically, these enemies. Nothing crazy, but they just like... Those particular ones were like changing direction at will. Oh, didn't really look like I was touching that at all. So I gotta be wary of those hitboxes. Okay, let's keep going this way. Oh no! You gotta be shitting me. Oh, come on. I'm assuming they're gonna start me at the beginning of the dungeon. Okay, at least I'm like kinda actually where I want to be. Okay, so that lighter gray one is actually the entrance. Okay, so we're on the right track. This could be worse. There's no real benefit, like if you're not looking for a health pickup, and again, of course they drop them when I don't fucking need it. But if you've already like explored a certain chunk of the map, there's no real need to go back, so these seem like they're just going to be rooms that force you to clear the enemies out. There might not even be like a secret or anything in them. Alright, so let's go back over here. Let's blow this sucker away. You got a really wimpy gun. Even just like maybe the sound of it is not helping the cause, but man, I didn't even hit a single shot there. There we go. Jeez. But yeah, it doesn't feel particularly satisfying to blast away at enemies here because your gun is just so chintzy. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Oh, this thing's just gonna follow me? Okay. A little bit tricky to aim with the dual stick control. Oh, I glitched into the wall. Oh, what the heck? Oh no! That's gonna kill me all the way. Oh no. Well, thankfully we don't lose too much progress there. Oh man, little bug detection. That's too funny. Too funny. Alright, let's see if we can make a little more progress here. But true to form here, keeping it spoiler free. So I probably won't play too much more here. But let's keep going up. I haven't gone to the right here yet, or have I? Is this going to be that same room I just did? No. Thought it was going to be that same room with two like flames I had to take out. And yeah, there's really no incentive to kill these enemies unless you're looking for a health pickup, and even still, you're probably not going to get it. So there's no huge incentive to fire at these enemies. But I do like the vast variety there. I think I can jump that gap. Okay. Can I stand on that? No. Sneak through this crevice. Take out two at once. Don't mind. These dungeons are huge, or at least this one is. I remember that first one I found being the same way, too. Okay, so these disappear even when they're not floating around that pillar. Although without that pillar, they don't have much protection. Oh, shit. Oh, no. 2 points of damage. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, my goodness. This is ridiculous. I'm making kind of a fool of myself here. but I'm also making a little progress, making a little headway. I'm hoping I can, like, unlock some different health upgrades and stuff and be a little bit stronger, you know, some permanent firepower upgrades and stuff like that, because I'm really hanging on by a thread here. God damn it, you really can't take any cheap shots with only 4 points of damage. Try to cut that corner. Just a disaster. Oh no, and that closes off. Is this where I died on this screen last time? Come on. It's like a little mini boss. Come on, man! Oh, brother. Well, I guess I'm gonna have no trouble keeping this one spoiler-free. Let's see if this map... I'm just kind of curious what this second part of the map is. That like the overworld way off to the side, or is that like a secret area that I can teleport over to? But yeah, I think it's safe to say it's easy to tell if this one's up your alley or not by this point, and I'm just gonna keep plugging away and try to clear off this dungeon, but don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull that off or not here with the way I'm playing, like a total chump. Although this invincibility is gonna help if I don't walk off the ledge here. Let's try to take advantage of this while I'm at it. Or while I still got it. Alright, there we go. Open on up. There we go. Make a little more headway here. I don't know when I took a point of damage here, and another one. Although now I'm invisible. It feels like the screen just got like a little more glitchy when it's scrolling over. But again, just I like the little bit of throwing some platforming into the mix. I'm assuming, okay, this is going to be some kind of turret. You know, nothing crazy, keeping it pretty straightforward, but these dungeons are just absolutely monstrous. This is insane. So I'm going to be exploring these for a while, I feel, or this one for a while. Although this feels like it's like kind of on a path. Man, definitely feels very much like a maze. Oh, maybe this is the boss. Or some kind of mini-boss, at least. There's just no way to tell, like, no health bars, and with this, like, completely unsatisfying sound effect while you're shooting the boss, you just have no... Oh, shoot. Okay, so we're on a timer here. Before this thing closes all the way in on us. Or potentially, god damn it. Maybe it's like when you after you get the boss to a certain point of damage, it closes in. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is a good spot for me to leave it here for the video, so you don't have to watch me just struggle my way through the rest of this dungeon. Keep it spoiler-free, but a super, super fun one that definitely want to scoop up on Switch, because I just feel like I'm way more prone to play through this one on there. But yeah, just easy to recommend this one. If you like what you see here, and if you're a fan of a little Game Boy Color, you know, inspired retro action. So, yeah, easy to recommend this one. Broken record here per usual at the end, but really, really loving this one here.